tenants in his home. No matter how hard he scrubs, strange noises jar him awake in the middle of the night, and soon Blake fears someone knows his darkest secrets. Danger lives right at home, and by the time Blake realizes it, it'll be too late. The trap is already set. I definitely loved this book. I think, truthfully, it was hard to get through in the beginning because, unlike her other books where you're literally set up with a plot and you're set up with the characters, and kind of what's going on in their lives and all of this one kind of just flat out shoots you in there and is like, here you go. And I don't think I really figured out what the whole, like, that the whole plot would pretty much just be about, like, a tenant, you know, until 250 pages in, when I was like, oh, okay. the synopsis or the summary. While in Japan researching her family's history of vicious typhoon since I think it's Islam, I don't know. Mackenzie, 128 years back in time to the dawn of the Satsuma Rebellion. I've actually also, that rebellion is real. Oh, sorry if I can hear my stomach, I'm hungry. But that rebellion is real. I remember learning about that. There she meets her ancestors and a charismatic samurai with whom she unexpectedly finds romance. Unlike her beloved, Isla knows about the looming samurai rebellion, and his name is like Guy, something like that. Fate. Should she attempt to change history or somehow make her way back to the life she had before? Okay, then it just goes into the reviews. But honestly, it was so cute. And I think I liked how you read all of these romance books that are set. And honestly, I would low-key put this in the fantasy category, like romantasy. But the fact that that was the whole, like the rebellion was real, that really happened, and then the people that died, they were real people, that happened. But I just think the way that she wrote this, it was very romantasy, very like fantasy, and I feel as though when I got to the ending, it was so cute and it worked out how it should have been. Because when you read a time travel, it's kind of just like, well, if they mess it up, bad things can happen, or if they go back, they won't get to stay with that person, blah 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 blah. But like this definitely worked out amazingly. I think I gave this, I have my ratings written down now, a 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. I'm usually very lenient when it comes to reading, like reviewing books. Usually I'm cold and I'm just like, dude. But no, I really did like the ones that I picked out this month. Next month, I have literally, they're all just, I have 5 books that I picked out. I'm gonna try to read more, but we'll see. But, yeah. Okay. The last one, I've got so many words. I'm so excited to tell you about this. It's Freedom McFadden, obviously. This is The Teacher by Freedom McFadden. Sorry, y'all, my return keep falling down, but and this is like, it happens every other book when I read her books, but sometimes it just kills me. I remember the exact moment I finished this book. I was sitting at my desk at work and my mouth was just like, literally my mouth looked like that for 5 minutes. Okay, let me read you all the thing. Eve has a good life. She gets up each day, gets a kiss from her husband, and heads off to teach math at the local high school. All is as it should be, except last year, Kakosima was rocked by a scandal involving a student-teacher affair with one student, Addie, at its center. But Eve knows there's far more to these ugly rumors that meets the eye. Addie can't be trusted. She lies, she hurts people, she destroys lives. At least that's what everyone says. But nobody knows the real Addie. Nobody knows the secrets that could destroy her if people at the school found out. And when Eve discovers the shocking truth, Addie will do anything to keep her quiet. Y'all, when I tell you, and it's not even the plot twist, it's the ending. Oh god, it just gets, it's like past the plot twist. It just kills